Hi everyone, I'm here with another pick a card reading, and this will be based off the changes that are coming for you. So these are big changes, major changes. These are things that are on your sort of roadmap for life that's coming up, and I just wanted Spirit to kind of bring through the energies of what those are and see if there's any loved ones that come in and kind of speak through this process as well. So pick as many as you like. If you're drawn to all of them, you can listen to all of them. If you're drawn to only one or two, you can pick those, or maybe just one. So kind of focus on your energies of what you want to know from Spirit at this time regarding the changes that are coming up, and whatever you're drawn to, then let's go ahead and read the cards now. All right. Okay, so if you were drawn to pile 1, let's see what Spirit has to say for you. Oh, wow. Okay. So we've got expansive energy that's coming in for you. So may you connect to the whole, which is fascinating because here you've got the whole, the wheel, the kind of the wholeness of everything there. So, yeah, it's definitely looking like the wheels are spinning in your favor at this time, and there's new beginnings that are coming for you. Let me see here. And so we also have, it's the card 10, right? So this is the card of sort of completion and the opening there as well. Let me just see if I'm getting any other energies that's connected here. Okay, yeah, it feels like there's something new that you've been starting, or that you've thought about starting, and you may have been in the process of this. You may be just now starting this. Okay, sorry about that. I just noticed that everything went dark and nothing had changed. So, but that's interesting because it feels like there's something that you might be moving away from, or that you may have, like this, it feels like there's a little bit of energy where you've sort of climbed this mountain and you've been going through this hurdle, this change, this metamorphosis within your life, and it feels like it's finally coming to a head. And so it feels, I mean, you could see she's standing on top of the wheel here, and it feels like there's a lot of energy, obviously expansive energy, but there's emotions attached to this as well. There's some things that it feels like kind of a hard fought battle, but it feels like there's victory, that this victory is coming in for you. There might be a work connection here as well. I also feel like a feminine energy that's coming in, so it feels like that there might be a connection there as well. And I just heard an L, for a name, or there could be an L name connected here as well. So let's see what else Spirit has to say. Okay, yeah, breathe. So you might have an air sign that's connected to this as well. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but definitely a feminine energy. So it might be hard to see here, but this cloud, there's an image of a female that's connected there as well. So yeah, that feminine energy is definitely coming in. And this is about sort of breathing. Again, this, if you think about expansive energy and you think about any of the breathing techniques, you have to breathe in deep. Breathing really allows for expansive energy. Anytime you do any sort of, what is it, Wim Hof, that has his breathing techniques, in order for you to bring in this new energy, it's all about that prana and breathing in the life force. So some of you might be, you might be wise to incorporate some of those breathing techniques in there and do some breathing exercises, especially with all this expansive energy, because it feels like it needs to move out the old and bring in the new. So I would check that out, Wim Hof, if you're called to do so. Let's see here. He's definitely got some good videos there. That it's fascinating when you understand the breath and how it really does impact everything. So when we have anxiety or anything, we start shallow breathing, and it signals your body to start to go into kind of fight or flight. And so this is really about that meditative breath and bringing that into this space too, as you expand. Fascinating shark, survival power. So when we were talking about the breath, you could see she's underwater here. And, just what I was mentioning about the anxiety and the fear, this invokes a lot of that, right? A lot of that energy around you. And it's this feeling of, you might have been going through some tough things where you felt this feeling of, it's almost larger than you. You felt like a feeling of lack of control, a lack of safety. But Spirit's here to say that you are moving past this, and you are now standing on top of this, and you are conquering this thing that has been sort of plaguing you and been surrounding you. You're stepping into your power as it relates to this energy. It's definitely there. Let me see here. I feel like I need to pull one more card. Just kind of let Spirit say where they want to go with this. Okay. Yeah, this is big time. I get king energy too. There's a lot of king, stepping into your power, owning your power, taking back your power. Yeah, and so there's, you may have even had some prayers about this as well. Been kind of going to Spirit on this and just talking to Spirit about this energy and kind of asking for prayers, but Spirit's saying it's been received. So the blessings are coming your way, and you're absolutely on the right track for this this new blessing. And when this expansion comes in, while this in and of itself seems like a huge accomplishment, there will be more blessings that are coming as a result of this. You are clearing space. You are making way for this new energy to come in, and it feels like it's right around the corner. So I will be doing some 2023 readings, so stay tuned for that, because this is just saying, hey, that you've cleared the space and the new blessings are coming in. So that is absolutely beautiful for you. Okay, now let's go on to card 2. So that was such a beautiful message. I can't wait to see what the others have here. Okay, so we've got the release card here. May you lay down your burdens. And the Chariot. So this is card 7. So you can see that. It's so beautiful. Okay, so let me just sort of tune into the energy here and see what. Yeah, so we've got number 1, I mean, the Chariot card being the Cancer sign. It's about moving forward. There's water involved, releasing all these things. There's definitely a purge that's coming for you. And I feel this purge is something that, okay, sorry about that. I had to adjust the lighting in here. So yeah, so you've definitely got this purge energy that's coming in for you, and it's a feeling of releasing of the past. There's a lot of, I feel a father energy is also connected to this. You might energy that you're purging some of the things from the past. There might be some healing as it relates to the father energy that you have coming up here, or just the masculine in general. Some of you, and a lot of times when we have that father energy, it's connected to our relationships as well. So I do feel like there might be some of you that have some relationship dynamics that are also coming to the forefront. Yeah, they're drawing me here to the kind of that sacral energy, the root and the sacral. So there's definitely some of that root and sacral chakra energy that you're healing at this time, and it feels like it's this major purge. Don't be surprised if you have stomach issues or there's some things going on in your stomach region, but it's a good thing. And your mantra, it just kind of, I release what no longer serves, letting those things go and kind of walking away from those things that are not serving of your highest and greatest good at this time. Okay. Okay, yeah, so definitely there's some connection with kind of the past and your, more of your childhood. You may have been doing some childhood healing and some purging of that energy, and it feels like it's been really kind of heavy and overwhelming to your energy, but it's definitely going to get better, and it feels like you're pushing all of this stuff out. You know, like with the ocean, with the release and these, you know, it gets all these rocks and these sand up, but that's how you create these beautiful things out of this. So, yeah, let me see here. Yep, we've got the overwhelmed energy as well. Yeah, so there's definitely some overwhelmed energy that's coming in, or I'm sorry, that you've had in the past, and I feel like it's this Chariot's coming through and it's releasing a lot of that energy. Yeah, so let me see what else is coming in here. Okay. The wolf, yeah, so cunning and stealth. So there might even be some things in your life that you've been clearing out in terms of people, people that no longer serve you. It feels like this There's also some cutting of ties. I get a lot of kind of cord energy that's coming in here as well. So it does feel like that's going to serve you in this big change that's coming in. So, you know, at times it is hard definitely to walk away from some of these energies, that people that are around you, be it family, friends, but it feels like this feeling of kind of going it alone. And you could see the Chariot card here. He's kind of moving forward, and he's looking ahead, but there's no one with him in this particular case. It's the feeling of I'm moving forward and I'm doing it on my terms, going in my own direction as well. There might even be a father energy that's connected to this. Definitely feels like father energy that's coming in as well. So whether or not you have a spirit loved one on the other side that you would connect with, that would be a father energy. It definitely feels like father energy around this. It's going to be different for all of you. Some of it may involve your father. Some of it, your father is over on the other side that's helping you out as well. So let me see here. Let me feel drawn to pull one more card as well and see what it has to say. All right. This is good. This is really good. This is a good purge. It feels like it's a good purge before the new year, this energy that's coming in for you. Yeah, so guides. So you definitely, your guides are you know, communicating with you, reaching out to you. And this is interesting too. So some of you, your guide, you might connect with the wolf energy. So a little bit of shaman energy that's coming in, the healer, totem, the totem of the wolf could be strong for you as well. So you're definitely guided along your journey as you move forward, and just know that this energy that's been kind of heavy upon you, you are now releasing it and you're going into this new space as well. So good things. I'm really drawn to the red energy too. So it's a lot, it feels a lot of root energy that's going on too for you. So maybe some things even from your childhood that you've kind of been holding on to, but you're like, you know, it's not serving me. I know it. It's time to move on. So definitely, you actually might too. You might find yourself wanting to clean your physical space. So a lot of times, and I don't know if people, you know, it's kind of that nesting, but there's truth to it, right? So when we start to feel like the purge energy within us, like we want to start releasing some things, we actually start getting rid of a bunch of things. So I always know when I have major expansion, because my body kind of starts reacting before I even caught up to it from a mental perspective, I start getting rid of everything. And so it's very cathartic, very healing, but it clears the energy for what's to come. And so definitely new beginnings coming for you. So I can't wait. Definitely tune back for the 2023 energies, because it feels like you're purging of this energy for the new ones to come in. So that's beautiful. All right. Okay, so for those of you who picked pile 3 here, so we've got, I'm already kind of drawn to this as well, so this is kind of that pathway. I always, whenever I see this, Spirit shows me the symbol, there's a transition that's coming in. So before we even flip the cards, it definitely feels like there's a transition energy that's coming in for you. And yeah, so here we've got the curious, so may you be open and explore. So you can see here, you've got you've got this pathway here, and then you've got some other pathways. So this for me is consistent of doorway energy. So there's definitely a lot of, there's potentially new beginnings that are opening up for you, but it's about choosing the one that serves you best. And definitely with this energy of the sun coming in, so we've got card 19 or 20, there's a bit of a sort of uprising in the sun. I mean, obviously the sun, the energy here, but I'm really drawn to the solar plexus. So kind of igniting this energy that's within you that is wanting to uprise and step into your new beginnings. So wow, it's exciting, because definitely a lot of energies of new beginnings that are coming in for people for these cards. And which is exciting because we have the new year that's starting, and it's just, there's a lot of good energies there. So let's see what other energy is coming in for you here. Yeah, and I feel like you might be doing a little bit of like back and forth of like, which one should I take? Which one should I do? But like, I feel like you already know the answer. And so it may not be the obvious one to other people, but it feels right within your heart. So I'm definitely guided to give you that message right now. And I just feel like you have to go with your heart. It's sometimes you go after the things that calls to your heart, not what other people would choose. So I would be careful about asking others for opinions. Sit with your own energy and really understand what Spirit's telling you about the energy and the direction you want to go in, because this is very unique to you. Okay, yeah, so with this loss card, so that ties directly into what I was just talking about. So there's a feeling of perhaps walking away from something, and a loss is a loss, right? And so it could be that of a job, maybe one that you've been at for a while, but you're getting, curious and saying, maybe there's a new beginning for me. Maybe I need to make this move. Maybe you've been at this job for many, many years. Maybe it could be a home, a residence, maybe with some family. But it feels like it's time to move on. And there's always, with any decision, it's that, what's that song? Closing time. Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. So that very much is your theme right here. This is all about walking away from something that is kind of past due. It's overbaked, it's overdone, it's no longer serving you, and you're stepping into this new, because I feel this feeling of stagnation as well. Like I'm tired of the same old, and it just, when you get to the point where it's a struggle to wake up in the morning, and you're perfectly able to, you've got your health on your side and all the other things, but your heart is wanting more. That's when you know that change is necessary. So this could be a change of perspective, a change of scenery, a big change. So you really have to decide within your heart what resonates. And you might have a job or a situation where it's just, everyone's like, oh, you're so lucky, it's so ideal, but it's not serving you. Like it's again, been there, done that. And it's just, we're meant to have change in our lives and our human experience. I think a lot of people, they think that there's a perception that we have to be a certain way or do a certain thing, or follow, like if we have a job, stay at the job forever. And that's just not the case. Like, we're meant to experience things. We're meant to move. We're meant to change physical locations. We're meant to, it's kind of that whole, you go to school and then you move on and you maybe move away from your loved ones, but this is what this is about. It's the human journey. It's the, you have to kind of go through it. And sometimes there's sadness, but it's part of the spectrum that we experience on the human journey. So let me pull another here. And interesting, so I just got, I feel like there's an S name that's attached to this, maybe a Sarah, Seraphina, something. There's a Sarah energy that I just felt a strong female energy that was coming in as well. Yeah, so this might have been, there's a lot of like shadow energy that's being processed through this. I'm so glad that Spirit started with these, like, yes, this is taking that courageous step to move forward and explore your options. You're still safe, under this kind of area, but you're sort of tiptoeing into the water. You're not in the depths of it. You're tiptoeing into it, because there is a bit of purging that you've maybe already gone through, or that you're kind of going to have to kind of move past. But Spirit's giving you the courage in which to do this. This is a lot of shadow energy coming in at one time. So let me keep going and see what's sort of the ultimate outcome here and what Spirit wants you to know. Yeah, some of you might even be struggling a little bit with the loss of a loved one that you never quite got over. I mean, we never really, it's sad. We're always the feeling of being left behind, and that could be it as well. And but it's this feeling of like, almost like in some ways we've blocked our own abilities, our own advancement, because of this feeling of like, I can't move forward. I can't. But sort of a misguided loyalty, if you will. So it's, and that's okay, but it definitely feels that it's time. It's time. Look at, she's looking up to the sun and saying, yes, yes, yes. Oh, there we go. Yes. So Wanderlust. So this is all about, exploration, exploring the world. You may have actual physical travel that's coming on. Some of you may be moving, and it's about where do I want to start next? But you could see here, she's sort of looking at like, okay, what's next for me? So she's got her passport in hand here. She's got the computer. She's doing the research, but she's doing the work. And this is all connected to the solar plexus. So you've definitely got this movement that's coming in for you, and you just have to seize it. So this is super exciting. I'm glad to see this coming in. Definitely, because that's beautiful energy, actually. But again, I want to honor that side of you that's maybe hurting a little bit, and that's suffered a loss of any kind. And there is no Richter scale in a loss, right? So we all experience things very differently. And don't ever, if you have emotions that's connected to any sort of loss, it means something, and you have to honor that. I think a lot of times we're like, okay, just buck up, move on. You know, it's not a big deal. We compare ourselves to other people, and okay, well, you know, other people have lost so much more, but it doesn't matter. It's a loss for you, and you are meant to experience through your own emotional system and validate that. Like, you have to validate and be present and honor your experiences. So, wow. Beautiful. So the tree, yeah. So this is all about like uprising. Like, look at the tree, how she's kind of almost in a tree pose here. Stability and growth. Yeah. So you've got some major new beginnings coming in, and I'm just again being drawn to that solar plexus energy here and how it's kind of lit up here. So yeah, you've got all the foundations. You've gone through the experiences. You've done the work, and now it's time for you to move on and kind of pick your path forward about what you want to do. That's the exciting thing. You are in a position of being able to choose now. You are in the driver's seat. You are deciding. So be curious, be open, and really decide which way you want to go. And I think you can't go wrong no matter what you decide. That's beautiful. Okay, so for those of you who chose the fourth pile, we'll go ahead and flip them over now. All right, beauty. And the Justice card. Beautiful. So card 11, beauty. That's interesting. Wow. So first thing I'm just noticing, without even just kind of tuning in, it's just immediately my attention's drawn to this, is the reflection here. So you've got the reflection into the water. It's almost like a reflective energy, right? There's two sides. She's looking at down, and it's a bit of a reflection, but it's a different energy that's coming in, a you. And the same thing here, the reflection of the clouds onto the water. And this says, may you perceive nature's artistry afresh. So yeah, so there's definitely some justice energy that's coming in for you. Some this feeling of things being like maybe some past energies that have not been working out in your favor. And this, it even feels like this, I mean, this could be like a relationship, job, any one of those major kind of themes, but this actually feels like life, like this feeling of like, feeling like things are finally starting to work out for me. And this is like this feeling of like the doors are opening, new beginnings are coming in, and it just feels like there's a lot of, all these cards have been very much about new beginnings coming in. So obviously we have the new year coming in, but there's a lot of like energy of change and positivity, and I just saw like an A, and so it's funny. So there might be an A name that's connected here, or there might be something where you're trying to pass a test, or you're trying to trying to complete something, and I'm seeing an A, like you've passed the test, like you did it, you got an A. But there might also be an A name that's connected there as well. So definitely get that energy. And let me just see what else here. Okay, yeah, I get okay, strong feminine energy that's kind of connected to this as well. So there might be some kind of relationship stuff going on there also, a connection that you have there. But I also see, and it's interesting, so they keep showing me this, they keep taking my attention to this, and we have this feeling of two different energies. There might even be some changing with a friend, or some reconciliation with a friend that you've had in the past, and this feeling of like, even reconciling maybe to the point where we decide like, yeah, we're not kind of in alignment, or it's not sort of working out, or maybe you guys kind of come back together. But there's, ooh, yeah, I'm definitely getting very lightheaded right now. So whenever I get that energy, they're taking me really strong in the spiritual space. Some of you might even have a kind of a spirit, like a friend, some sort of friend energy or like a sister or something. It could be like doesn't necessarily have to be a sister by blood, but there's definitely a sister that feels like the energy that's crossed over. That might be coming in here as well. And it's this feeling of just feeling that you're supported through this journey and through this change and this transition. And I feel, I just heard it's been hard. It's been hard. And so Spirit's saying it's absolutely getting better for you, and that just know that this change and transition's coming in. And obviously all these cards are kind of elements of the ocean, but I get strong with this is about, they're taking me here too. So like with this, the calmness of the water. So we all as humans have emotions, right? But the calmness of the water is what they're really taking me here. And so it's the feeling of energies have been settled. Things are calming down for you. You're coming to a space of peace with the circumstances that you're in. And it's like a clear mind to be able to see things clearly and move forward clearly. So there's a lot of clarity here. Like I would say clear thinking, clear seeing is very much what's coming in for you around this, definitely. So, okay, yeah, transition. Wow. So definitely that's beautiful with this. You've got this transition card. You're moving into this change. But there's also a strong, again, I'm just going to go back to it because I was, it's funny because one of the cards in my pile here was flipped over the wrong way, and I was like, oh, what is, and it was a sacral chakra. It was the only one, the sacral, and that it literally looks just like this card. So it's that sacral energy. There's relationships, root. You've got the root, and you've got the solar plexus energy that's coming in as well. But it's really those bottom sort of three energies that are coming in. So definitely a lot of uprising here, some change that's coming in for you. Wow, that's beautiful. Okay, some of you too, I don't know, there's a younger female that's connected. I feel like some of you, there might be like a daughter or like a niece, but there's a younger female that sort of literally looks up to you, both figuratively and literally as well. So that this feeling of doing that for there's an energy connected there. So, and the free spirit, yeah. So it's a little bit that little energy that's coming in that I'm getting. Some of you, this might be that inner child within you wanting to come out, wanting to express yourself in a very different way than you've expressed yourself. Again, kind of coming to peace and terms with the past and just owning your uniqueness about who you are and what you want and the directions that you want to go in life. They're telling me to pull one more card here. I just feel like this is like your glow up. I mean, literally, I'm just kidding. There is a glow up that's absolutely coming for you. And the smugness, like I just see this feeling of, yep, I got it. I can take care of this. And the other thing too, again, I'll just kind of bring up, I know it's not really the purpose of the card here, but I kind of read intuitively anyways when it comes to this. But thinking of the Justice card here and the scales, it's like filled with water, but it's like having to keep them in order for them, that they're steady, in order for the water to not spill out. They're showing me the steady energy. And again, that's pulling back to here as well. So yeah, it definitely feels like there's definitely some energy there for you as well. Yeah, it feels like the truth is coming up, is awareness. The Libra energy, so some of you might connect with Libra as well. All right, one more here. Perfect. Okay, so wow, again, the colors, the symbolism of the colors and the connectedness is literally the same energy. So you've got a lot of sacral, root, and solar plexus energy. So I would highly encourage you, if you can do any meditations or anything around those three lower chakras. This is huge. Like when we get change in that space, we're talking life changing, because from a very young age is where we start to develop those lower chakras, our sense of security, safety, and all those things. And yeah, this is definitely, some of you might have some inner child work that you're kind of healing from, and you're finally getting to a place where you're sort of becoming at peace with the energy of the past. I would definitely some inner child work there. So kudos to you, because it's a hard journey, and definitely. But you're coming past it, you're growing, and Spirit's just validating this transition that you're making, that you are coming to your own space, and this feeling of just freedom, you know, around that, the freedom to be and express and act who you want to without any care what other people think. Yeah, so look at this, the bear. Oh, and that's so beautiful. So the bear, there's like a butterfly, or that's, I mean, it looks like a butterfly. Yeah, so it's almost like the butterfly there. That's the first thing that I'm drawn to, and that's the transition, the metamorphosis. And this is all about strength and resourcefulness. So yeah, the bear is kind of coming to tell you that you've got that strength behind you, and the protection on your journey going forward. Absolutely. So this is beautiful. Like, I feel like I don't want to stop your reading because I feel like there's so many more things that I need to bring through here. But I definitely just feel like, okay, and they're showing me the number 22. So the number 22 would be symbolic for you. So 222, 22, the symbol of unity. It's symbol of unity. Some people might say it's 8, but it's more the way that I see 22. It's that connection, right? The connection of the union is what I see it. So that's kind of what's coming in there as well. But it definitely feels like there's some healing. There's some good things coming for you. All the good things. How exciting! Oh, you'll have to let me know. Please do comment below if this resonates, or how you connect with that as well. Yeah, that's interesting. They were just drawing my attention to I was seeing the BEA, so Bay, and then the BEA here. So some of you, yeah, some of you have a little bit of that energy as well. What is it called? The Bay before anyone else. I know it's kind of it's a little reversed, but still that Bay energy is coming in as well. So I do hope that was helpful, and I cannot wait to hear how it connects to you, and I wish you all the best. Namaste.